Yay! Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to my so-called life. My name is William, and this is the House of Sewing. I'd like to welcome Donnell. Hello, hello. How are you doing?
I'm awesome. Just here to hang out.
Welcome, Donnell. Hello. My Bluetooth works. I've only been at this a couple years, and one day I will figure out.
Just in time for them to change it up.
For real, for real. So, how is everything? How are you?
I'm doing good. Just been focusing on sewing and working on the project I was working on this morning on my live.
Yay. Hello, Jess. How are you? How are you? Hello, hello. Deb, great to see you. Great to see you. Mona, hello, hello. I hope everyone is doing well. To anyone who's affected, is it a hurricane? A hurricane?
Hurricane, tropical storm, Helene.
We will be here. We will be here for you for the next hour because I'm only going to go for an hour. I always say that. Then I'm standing in the middle of the road with, 3 hours later with road flares. Like,
Last
but
time Wednesday, you said you're only going to go for an hour. And it was like an hour and a half later, and you were still yakking. I'm like, dude, I got to go to bed.
seriously, seriously, feel free to go under the table and just kick my foot and be like, I got to go. I got to go.
Hey, Miss Linda, Irish Cell Lady, and made by Pam.
Yay! Hello, hello. Great to see you, Pam. Great to see you. Hello, hello. Yay! How do you say Irish Sally? How Irish?
Irish Cell Lady. Her full name
Oh,
is Linda.
hi, Linda. Hello, hello. Great to see you. I promise you, one day I'll put my glasses on, and
I doubt it.
in 2 weeks, I'll have a new pair to avoid.
I'm like, I don't even know why you're getting a new pair and wasting the money. You're not going to wear them.
Well, my son went. It was this big dramatic thing. Because the optometrist gave an exam and they called my ex-wife. My ex-wife called me and I was like, I got this. I got this. And I'm a next day kind of person. So the next day we were getting our eyes checked. And I live by example. I was there standing like this.
You know how you live by example? You wear them.
I'm gonna walk off screen.
I don't have to type all my insults in today. I'm nagging at you and everything. I can just say it.
Yeah, exactly. I will. One day I will start wearing my glasses. Do you know it's because I always say it's the Stephen Urkel thing, and I met Jaleel White in real life, and he was the nicest person. He was so nice.
Did he do his whole did I do that?
Well, I would it was probably in the height of the show, and it was in Calabasas, which we now call Kim Kardashian country. You have to be a millionaire to live there. You have to be a millionaire. And my friend's mom lived there, and we were just there on the weekend, and we were at Johnny Rockets, and it's a 1950s burger place. It has, burgers, fries, and shakes. And
so cool.
Oh, it has malts. We're already talking about food. But Jaleel White.
5 minutes into the stream, we're already doing it.
Jaleel White walked up to me and was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" Like he went out of his way to be polite to me. And as a little kid, I was like, "Oh!" So it always
I would be completely starstruck.
And
oh my God, it's
I
Urkel.
Was. And you know what the funny thing is, when the documentary came out, they said he was a terrible person and all these things. He was so good to me. I'm like, I kind of don't believe it. But the people were there. They're like, oh, he was awful. But he was a teenager,
Oh yeah.
I found those funky glass covers. Where are they?
Is that what you're trying to find? You're trying to find your glasses so I can quit nagging?
No, I've been really cleaning in here, and I found these. Bam. Everyone used
Okay,
to say
Mr.
they're
Top Gun.
yay, hello, Pam. Hello. Yay, Pam. What are you sewing? I'm sewing little girl dress for part. Yay, that's
Aw,
awesome.
that's awesome, Pam.
So, are you? Are there any swap meets near you or outdoor flea markets?
There actually used to be a big trade center where it's like all these vendors would get together on the inside as well as all along the outside and everything, like every weekend.
Oh,
And
I
it was
wish.
so cool. And they shut it down and turned the place into a big, huge weed farm warehouse now.
Are you serious?
I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, I used to go shopping there all the time.
You know, it's big business here. There's this stuff called shatter. It's illegal here in the state of California, but in our industrial center, some company makes it by the ton. And because I go to a lot of city council meetings, if I ever go viral, it's me. It's me. You'll know. But
If
I
you
was
go
like,
viral, it's going to be because you had an avalanche of sewing machines fall on top of you.
it's because they said, well, no, I see the thing is I own the house and I'm on a concrete pad, so no one can say anything to me.
Hey, Joydy.
Yay! Hello. Oh, before I forget, how practical is my new coffee cup?
Guys, dude has to hold it with two hands like a baby bottle. I did that intentionally, by the way.
And I do have a giant head. I have my head is so big I can no longer find a cowboy hat my size.
You
Because
know, if you turn that upside down and put a brim around it, you could probably wear it as a top hat.
no, that's the world's. There's on Amazon they have the world's largest coffee cup and it has a handle. But the problem is I read a lot of Amazon reviews and it always comes broken. And so
Nice.
I don't want to be everything is illegal in California. That's so real. That is so real.
Just wants to know, is it filled with Vietnamese coffee?
Yes, and that's what started all of this. I made an extremely slow drip cup of coffee and it literally just set me into the stratosphere. I'm trying to talk slow right now because really I want to talk like this because the coffee hit me so hard that I just want to become the micro machine man. But
And the
it's not
funny
that
thing is,
kind of
I can
straight.
actually keep up with that.
So tomorrow I will have an amazing creation because I'm going to be up all night.
So we should expect like 2 or 3 videos by tomorrow then?
Well, I kind of went. One of the reasons I asked you about the flea market is because I stopped going to downtown LA because of the all I talk about how crazy it is and stuff. But I found the swap meet by my house. They just sell stuff, but they really it's not about fabric. Not one vendor sells fabric at all. And at this particular SWAT meet, every other vendor sells well, it's more like they're more industrial. People sell carpet and all kinds of stuff, but there's a lot of fabric vendors there.
Okay. Yeah, I really didn't ever, I don't think I've ever noticed any fabric vendors there. Even though they did have some, like every so often they would have like this whole like area sectioned off for like special events. So they probably did have some there during the special events section, but on a general, it was more of like clothing, shoes, tattoos, bakeries, whatever else you could think of. Whatever someone wanted to set up a booth for in there and pay the booth price for.
I would I would go crazy in the indoor market if it was the stuff here and it was indoor and it was all year round. Instead of the
It was. We
rain,
used
like
to go out there almost every weekend. It was so much fun.
we constantly complain about the weather. I feel sorry for the vendors. Today, it was 104 outside in the height of the day.
Okay, it was 71 and raining. After my live stream, I went and changed into a pair of pants and put on a sweatshirt.
I feel like I'm destroying a lot of myths about Los Angeles because people think like the weather's always great here during the summer or what we our hot season. We're in the high desert. It's hot here. We just happen to live next to the ocean. Oh, now
Yes,
I have.
Jess is right. So we will be watching for updates.
I'm a bit scared of bugs in secondhand fabric. It goes in a bag in the freezer in the garage for a week before it gets in the house. I have access to an industrial washer and dryer, and so I flash fry everything.
Talk about bugs and all of a sudden it starts scratching.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. No, I used to talk about this in my old videos, especially when I would talk about thrifting. Bed bugs and scabies are real. I'm sorry to kill the stream, but like you have to check out for that, and especially when it comes from something that's secondhand. I've worked in care facilities, so we wash everything twice.
Yeah, same here.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I wash everything, even the stuff that comes from Hobby Lobby. I learned though, for as much as I love Walmart, a lot of the stuff that comes from Walmart fades instantly.
Oh wow.
It's a very specific material. I have to find out what it is. It's obviously a polyester blend, but they cut. And the funny thing is at Walmart they have these funky patterns and all. Quite a few of my coats are Walmart coats, but I'm scared to wash them because they're gonna fade.
Oh nice.
Today
Today the high was 57.
we call
No,
that
thank
winter.
you.
We call that winter here in Southern. Do you know what's so funny? um, a long time ago, I was streaming with people from the UK. It was probably 55 outside. I was wearing a leather coat with like an old school 80s full leather coat with a sweatshirt, and people from the UK were like, "I'm laughing at you right now." But I was shivering. I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's so cold." Where I'm from, it's that's cold. Oh my
What are you
computer.
doing now?
My computer's not cooperating. It's only I don't know, 14 years old or something like that.
You don't think it's time for an upgrade?
The sad thing is I have every version of it in this room. Besides being in a Singer museum and a Kodak museum, I'm also in an Apple museum. I have every inception of a Mac you could possibly think of. And when I found out, because I run my mouth and I constantly say I have an Apple IIe, do you know how much money those things are worth? Those old computers from back in the day. It's amazing how much money people will pay for nostalgia.
I believe it. I truly believe it.
I'm still looking for like a Commodore 64 or something like that in my mom's house because those sell. It's unbelievable how much those things sell for.
Ooh, Jess, I have been working on that border all day long on that quilt that I started on this morning. Would y'all like to see the update on it? I got the top and bottom border done, and the other two are coming along. Next thing you're going to say is that you had the Oregon Trail uploaded on one of those old Apple products and you're playing. He probably has it on all of them.
I played Jeopardy, Reader Rabbit, and Barb's Tale for all my geeks. I still have Barb's Tale. I bet it's amazing.
So Jess actually helped me design this border. I'm still gonna put the dark brown on top of this, but
hey, Gilroy.
88 inches or 85 inches wide now, not including the side borders when I put that on.
Wow. Wow. And to go back to Kilroy's comment really quickly, people will pay anything for nostalgia. I'm one of them. I've gone to Comic-Con, and I've gone to Star Trek cons, and they always say, like, if you go to a con, you have to bring at least $5,000 with you.
Oh wow.
Which, if you're looking, to my people who sew, and this is not a secret, so I'm not giving out any secrets, but if you know how to sew, if you make a Wrath of Khan jacket or any of the old movie era Star Trek uniforms, you could charge $4,000 or $5,000 a pop.
Oh wow.
That's
That
how
is
much.
crazy. Do you
Yeah,
know
and
my
people.
grandmother's sewing machine? I actually had to knock down because I had no response whatsoever on it. I'm like,
Oh,
come on, people. I'm like, do not make me have to give this away.
what are you gonna do if no one purchases it?
Probably take it over to my other house and put it over there against my husband's will because I'm gonna make him and my son carry that big old thing out up the basement stairs.
Everybody loves your quilt. If I'll start driving now, put it out on the curb. I'll be there next Wednesday.
You know, drive here, I'll make you dinner.
One of the reasons I'm kind of like, oh, is because I passed on something that's almost exactly as what you had. That's why I asked about the lamp and all those very specific questions.
Yeah.
Because Singer had so many different variations of that cabinet.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, I love the cabinet. And I just, if I had the space for it, I would not be getting rid of it at all. I just have nowhere in my sewing room to put it.
My cameras are. I'm so frustrated because my cameras aren't working. I did a lot of rearranging, but I own so much stuff. It doesn't look like I did anything in here.
I
But
don't know. I still zoned in on those shoes. You have to bring over the shoes and show off the shoes.
Okay, I will. I am a hobbit. I have
I
to.
know it's a sewing channel, but I mean, those are beautiful shoes.
Warning: I'm a hobbit and I have a giant foot. But these
Guys,
are,
look how shiny and pretty those are.
and much like my cowboy boots, they make me that much taller. I can feel when I put them on how much taller I am. Yay! Hello, Kilroy. I've
Hey,
never understood
Kilroy.
Comic-Con. Well, I'll tell you, in the 90s, it was one or two venues, a couple of panels, and now it's unexplainable how huge it is. It's at least the San Diego version. I met Mark Hamill, and 10 years later, I couldn't get within 5 feet of him. And I was able to
Oh,
walk up
wow.
to him and talk to him and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to knock the machine down any lower than what I have it right now. So I just knocked it down to 200, which I think is a huge steal. And I hate marking it down that low. I mean, it's a big, huge, gorgeous pure wood, not the particle board nonsense that you get nowadays and everything. Gorgeous cabinet with spaces to put your spools of thread and everything. And
Oh,
yeah, it's got like a whole thread rack built inside of it and everything. Dude, you need to come to Michigan and get it.
hold on. Let me turn up. Oh. I used to know the exact distance. Alexa, how far is Michigan from Los Angeles?
From Los Angeles, Michigan is 2,252.2 miles away by car.
2,252 miles.
You could do that in 2.5 days.
I drove, my ex-brother-in-law, Justin, and we drove from my hometown to Brownsville, Texas in less than 2 days.
I mean, I've made trips down from my house to Tennessee to see my brothers, or my house to Alabama to see my in-laws. And that's like 700 miles. I've done that in like 8 to 9 hours before. Not counting how fast we were going, but
I've gone from from Santa Monica, California to Savannah, Georgia, but we were doing the tourist thing. We were stopping, like, oh, let's go off of here, take a picture in front of this monument, 3 or
I'm
4
gonna
days.
go 3 to 4 days if you want to sleep. Sleep's overrated.
And that's another thing. When I take long drives like that, I become an explorer. I pull over, I ask questions. Like, even on my last trip back from Vegas, I never stopped in Barstow, California. I went to the Starbucks, I got coffee, and I instantly typed in, where's the antique store near me? And it was like 0.04 miles. And I was like, all right, maybe next time. Because I'd already, my car was filled with all the stuff that I purchased. Everyone thinks they're worth. Our area is flooded by old machines. Same here. Went to Alabama. Once not interested in going back.
See, my in-laws actually moved there when they retired because Alabama doesn't charge taxes on people that retire.
Really?
Yeah.
I did
So
not
they don't
know
have to
that.
pay like property tax and stuff when they retired. So
That's a
That's
crazy price.
yeah, so when they got ready to retire, a little bit before they retired and everything, they actually sold their property in Georgia, which is like they were like 20 minutes outside of Atlanta. So they
Okay.
sold their property there and had a house built over. They bought property and had a house built in Alabama to be their retirement home. And this house is like large enough where it's like they could live on the main floor, and me and the husband and the kids could live in the basement, the fully stocked, and like it's like an apartment basement, and be happy go lucky.
Where a friend of mine showed me that the same property value for my house is the same property value for a 4-bedroom house in Colorado with property. No, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. A 4-story house with property, and I live in a 3-bedroom house. Pennsylvania doesn't charge income tax on retired income. One reason why I live in the sea of golden oldies. But I feel like as someone who's always been around senior citizens their whole life, I feel like we underestimate that how long people live.
Look at Jess's comment. Then that's down.
I'll have to get William to find my dream machine and then bring it to you when he comes pick up that piece. I am on my way. I was thinking about getting a truck and then getting a wrap of me like this and then putting my so-called life on it. So everybody will take pictures of it. So you'll be like, okay, this idiot was in Iowa. And then like, okay, this idiot, like you'll know where I was the entire way. Hey, Alibaba.
Hey, Alibaba.
Taxes in the U.S. are crazy. Here, everyone pays the same depending on income and how good your accountant did.
Here in Michigan, the property taxes are insane, and I'm sure they're even worse in California because it's California.
And if I told you how much I paid in taxes, you'd be like, "What?"
I just paid off my dad's house here and this year, and I still had to pay the summer taxes. Because turns out I paid it off before they paid the summer taxes. And I didn't know that. And so by the end of the year, I got to pay like $998 for the summer taxes alone. I can't wait to see what the winter taxes will be.
Move to Colorado, you can smoke more green in Colorado than in Tennessee. I think that stuff's legal in Tennessee.
Don't worry, if I moved anywhere, it'd probably be either Alabama or Tennessee, because that's where my Tennessee is where my little brothers and my nieces and nephew and great nephew is all at. Alabama is where my husband's parents are.
He said he's on his way. All right, I'm going to be responsible. I said I'm only going for an hour. Do you know what it is? When you show up, we just get all smiley and chatty. And it's not like I get anything done when I'm by myself. It's not like I get anything done. But I bought fabric today.
That's because I'm usually in the chat harassing you.
I know this is a shocker, but this is red polka dots, and I haven't
By the way,
decided what
thank you, Alibaba.
I haven't decided what to do, but it's probably going to become a jacket. I'm a great coat maker. Judge me. But look, it's red polka dots, and it's tweed.
Ooh, so with the bright side right there that I'm looking at right now, that actually looks like hexagons.
This side?
Nope, yeah, the other side, the bright red side. Not the black polka dot side, but the bright red. Actually looks like hexagons.
It does because of the placing of and I almost knocked over my computer. Whoops. I'm excited. I am excited. And now I have chicken wire in my head. I saw Mona's comment. And of course, I bought the entire roll.
Because you're crazy.
Absolutely. To the point where the whole conversation was in Spanish, and then the guy, he was like, "Are you sure?" In Spanish, and he's like, "What did you say?" I said in English, I was like, "The whole roll. I will take all of it, sir. I will take all of it. How much is that puppy in the window?" Yay! Hello, hello. Plus, I'd actually go to Colorado. I want to bring truck to take. California in general is unreal expensive. It's unreal. I was at the grocery store today. Like, I don't know how people do it without having 3 jobs. Yay! Hello, hello. That looks like the background of an 80s music video. I like it.
It does.
Looks like chicken wire. I think that would look fantastic. Is the coat exactly honeycomb look? I love the polka dot look. Again, medium empire. Order taken. Order taken. I'm just taking notes. Just taking down notes. I thought that.
Jazz, you got to message it to him. Your specifics, honey.
Do you know what's really funny? I chose it because of the wrong side. I was like, "Oh, black polka dots are awesome." And I don't know how many times I've done that to myself, and I end up like, I'm like, okay, I like the other side better anyways.
Yes.
I love chickens.
In real life, they're delicious.
In real life, I'm telling you, if you ever need a workout, like in Rocky, try to catch a chicken. I dare you. That's like in the movie Rocky, that's a real workout.
No, thank you. Trying to catch my Yorkie when he breaks loose is hard enough. It's probably like trying to catch a chicken.
Everybody talks trash about a chicken until you got to catch one. And that thing's just like, nope, 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 nope. Okay, so I did go a little crazy buying fabric. I don't know what got in me.
You never.
I have no idea. I bought cow fabric again.
I love that cow fabric you showed me earlier.
Oh.
Alibaba says a chicken or a piglet. Tough heart hand catch.
Absolutely. Oh, pigs too. Pigs are the worst. I actually don't like pigs for the very reason because they're hard of hearing.
Yeah, I was actually standing in the front yard. My Yorkie is always on a leash. So I was standing in the front yard and my Yorkie, I don't know what the world happened. I was standing there talking to my son. Also, my Yorkie takes off running and the leash just like slides right out of my hand. For whatever reason, my hand never gripped.
I've done that before.
And my son, my poor son, had to take off running after this dog because he knew darn well that his mother was never going to catch the dog.
I've done that before. I used to own a min pin. And you think you're holding
Sorry
on
for
and
the bad word.
It's okay. It's okay. Trying catching an escaped basset hound. That is an exercise. Chickens are fast. Never had to catch a chicken. I had some chickens, but raccoons ended that. Raccoons are the worst. See, chickens, that like, because there's a very famous scene in Rocky, because Rocky does all these unorthodox workouts. Like he goes in the meat plant and he's working out and all these crazy things. But the chicken thing is real. Try to catch a chicken. I dare you. That's full cardio.
Yeah, you'll see me laid out right beside the herd of chickens and everything, our flock of chickens about to die from exhaustion. And the chickens sitting there going, yeah.
Do you know, Zaza? I've never been around a young basset hound. I've only been around old, seasoned, droopy detective Huckleberry. What character was it? Was it Huckleberry Finn? Who was the basset? No, I can't remember now. In the old Looney Tune cartoons. He got the chicken butt Creed and
Hey, now,
there were
Killboy.
lessons. Those movies. See, that's the good thing about Rocky. Rocky didn't always win. That was a good teacher in life. Because in the 80s, we lost sometimes. Not everyone, the hero didn't always win. Last time I
Those
got
were just warm-ups.
even the
Those were
last
the
movie,
practice rounds.
even the last movie, I don't know if it was in the 90s or the early 2000s, the last Rocky movie, it made me cry. Because when he walked out, they were playing like Judi Dench or something, and the whole crowd was like, what is going on? But you know, they were giving homage to the old school. Huckleberry Hound. Yes, it was Huckleberry. Oh,
And I'm
good.
like, why does Huckleberry Finn not sound right?
If I had to get the chicken, I would grab a gun. I actually knew someone that chickens were scared. She'd just walk up to him and grab him, and I'm like, that's why when Jess said the chicken, she's a chicken whisperer, it reminded me of someone I knew that actually was. It's a skill. It's a skill. And come see Flash. We named her after the Dukes of Hazzard. She's
Flash
insane.
is so cute.
Aww. He didn't get a medal for taking part in the 80s. It's true. No, Zaza is 100% correct. Like, it taught you
yes.
about life. Like,
Droopy.
I'll tell you, when I hear no, I'm like, okay, and I accept it and move on with my life.
Right? Unless
Aw.
it's coming from my husband, then I'm like, but babe.
Yay! Hello, Joy.
Hey, Joyful Joy.
I'm coming on a little bit early for everybody on the East Coast, and I'm not going to go full Elvis this evening.
He's saving that for Monday night.
One thing I miss in movies, these kinds of stories where things aren't simplified, done for children and childish adults. Even when I watch like 1980, well, 1970s, 80s, and 90s shows, there's a whole story involved. Like the beginning of the show is completely different than the entire show. You know, it takes you on an adventure. Was he the blue dog? I think he wasn't. Yeah, Huckleberry.
Let's see. We got Huckleberry and we got Droopy.
Oh, Chicken Whisperer sounds like an amateur wrestling name. Patent pending. I like that. I like that. Okay, so last time I purchased this material, I made chaps. I promise you I will not make cow chaps this time. I promise. You know,
No, you're going to do a matching vest this time.
But then I'll look like Woody from
So Huckleberry was the blue dog with like little hat that had the stripe on it.
He
just looked him up.
So for anyone tuning in, this is my modest coffee cup. I don't feel like getting up and taking multiple trips, and I love lukewarm coffee. Oh, yay. Yay. Yay, hello. I forgot that one just on I never see that on YouTube. Looney Tunes. They kind of got rid of a lot of stuff like Pepe Le Pew. A lot of his stuff isn't politically correct by today's standards. So they got rid of a lot of it. But if you live in LA, they show all of that on channel 16 if you have Spectrum.
See, as they were canceling everything, I was buying it all on DVD so that I can keep watching it.
I own
Like my
every
Charlie Brown episodes.
same. Do you know
I'm like,
because
you are not getting. I am still gonna watch my Charlie Brown.
I still have all the Garfield specials from the 80s, all of that because my mom would tape it. I still have all of that stuff. And they were so politically incorrect by today's standards.
Yes. I'm like, you are. I'm still gonna watch my Charlie Brown.
I wish my sewing friends lived
I'm like, that is a
closer.
Christmas tradition.
I could pass a lot of sewing stuff to you. Aw,
Where are
I'm
you at,
moving and
Michael?
have to. Oh, where are you moving to, Joy? I'm so sorry. I am so sorry.
Where are you
I
at now? Where are you moving to?
She lives in Canada, which you're closer to Canada than I will ever be.
Yes.
Even though I've been to Canada, beautiful country, beautiful country.
Like I am like 20 minutes from Detroit, so about 30 to 40 minutes from the Canada Bridge.
I'm so sorry, Joy. I am so sorry. Moving does stink. It's the
Yes,
worst.
He-Man and Masters of the Universe and She-Ra.
Same city, smaller home.
Me and Jess are showing our ages.
I loved that. Are you talking about the live action movie?
Skeletor.
The live action movie, they filmed it in the valley by my house. I'm showing
Oh
my
no, I'm
age.
talking about the original cartoons of He-Man and She-Ra.
I loved He-Man.
Yeah.
I had all the toys and everything. I'm used to doing that, living in a military family. I am so sorry. I don't want to part with all my
Hey,
pretty
sorry,
machines.
Grateful.
Ah! But you have to. Joy has amazing sewing machines. Ah! Alexa, how far is the Canadian border from Los Angeles?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, Los Angeles, California is 1,058.53 miles away from the United States-Canadian border.
That's closer. Canada's closer to me than you are.
See, you could actually rent a truck, go hit her up, and then come get mine.
And I would walk 1,000 miles, and I would walk 1,000 more. That's my sewing machine song. When I get my truck, and I see now I have to get a big truck and put a picture of me on the side like this, and I'm just gonna sing that song driving the whole time. No one would ride with me. One time with that song played. After that, no one would ever ride with me again. They'd be like, I hate that song. And you know what? I never grew out of playing something over and over and over. I apologize in advance. Oh, Thundercats, absolutely. I'm so sorry, Joy. I am so sorry. Maybe my husband. Oh, can you get rid of furniture instead? For real? I would be like, I had a neighbor who went insane behind me, and instead of give his ex-wife things, he put a big burn pit in his backyard and burnt everything.
Oh my gosh.
He got the fire department called. He was in the paper. It was a big deal. Some of the treadles come apart to go flatter. Oh,
Jess, you could Zoom.
who needs to do?
After COVID, children already know all about the whole Zoom thing. You could just Zoom the class.
Oh, that's the worst. My kid knows, like, honestly, my child is my tech department. I walk up to him, I'm like, I need your help. Here's my phone. I did something. Let's change the words and make it fun. I love that song. I love Doctor Who, and David Tennant was obsessed with that song, and the entire cast and crew of that particular Doctor, they made a video, and then they brought the band in, and it was just amazing. David Tennant's
Oh
an amazing.
wow.
Your sewing machines don't even go 10 miles before you wear them out. Were you gonna get the industrial? I'm actually shopping for an industrial right now.
Now,
I've been
see,
upgrading.
if you would have rushed over here last time, you would have had one. You could have got two machines for the price of one.
I'm not even saying this to be mean, and I hope all my West Coast people hear this. West Coast, you guys do not sew like people do on the East Coast. What's up with that? My hands are officially on my hip. Officially. And you guys just want high prices on the West Coast. I'm looking at all of you.
We just wanted to have a good home.
Oh, zooming from the
Zooming
car.
from the car.
I've seen people conduct YouTube channels from their cars. You can do it. You can.
Oh, definitely. I would just not suggest driving while you're doing the Zoom.
Oh, there's so many machines. I watch a lot of like industrial shows in Dubai, Japan, Korea. There are machines that there's a machine, I'm not even kidding you. You put the thread in and it does all the sewing for you. I put my hand up on my hip and when I dip, you dip, I dip. Thank you, Jess. Will now have that song stuck in my head all evening. My neighbors will not thank you when I'm playing that at 2:00 in the morning.
Oh, I can just see the next video. You
Montreal.
go to put your hand on your hip. Now I'm going to think of that song.
Oh, Montreal has so many industrials. What? There's nothing out here. And if it is, people want some like evil price for it. There beast. I got the new 9480. And it can do 8 layers of denim. See, I need something like that. For as much like tweed, on my stinky Singer heavy duty, I broke like 4 or 5 needles on my last jacket. And I'm surprised the machine just wasn't like, what are you doing? Because I was asking it to do something that it couldn't do.
And then they're going, I'm done with you.
I ended up having, and that's why it's such precision on all the edges because I had to hand sew everything. I had to hand sew all the edges because it couldn't go through all the layers of tweed. So it's time for, I filled a whole bag, garage. Oh! I have a bunch of, I wonder how many frequent flyer miles I have saved up. I haven't flown in 5 years. They send me letters. I get letters.
Are you trying to figure out how many stops you can make before you got to have the truck?
Yes. I've rented U-Hauls before, many a U-Haul. I've lived all over America. I know how this goes. Oh. Embroidery machines. It sells leather. Oh, I would love something like that. I don't want to get so technologically advanced that it takes me out of the equation, though, because there's certain machines that I see that they literally just put the thread in and then they say, make a shirt. And it makes a shirt for you. That takes out the whole process.
Yeah.
I actually want to sew, while I'm working on it.
You want to know that you're actually being a part of the process.
Could buy in thrift shop machines and just save your stash. Well, I could buy one, but
I mean, at this point, you could probably just use up all your machines to create an industrial.
I have my blind stitcher has an industrial motor.
See, you already got its beginnings right there.
You know what's funny? I'm the Bill and Ted of sewing wrapped in one. It's all about the adventure, man. It's all about the adventure.
You just like to see how far you can push an old machine before it goes, screw you, I'm done.
Modern machines. Old machines are like, bring it on. I'm 75 years old. Old machines, old sewing machines are doing push-ups in the corner because they're all metal, Old sewing machine smoking a cigar with a top hat like
New
these
machines
kids.
are like, oh, I broke a nail.
Old sewing machine. That's why, like, even when I clean recently, like, because I'm trying to decide what 1950s machine I'm gonna bring up here, because I constantly rip my pants. I constantly because I carry
Especially if
keys
you
like
try and
Fred
do the high kick.
Well, one day I'm gonna have to retire the high kick because it's gonna be the high
I
rip.
think that was one of the first evening videos, live streams I caught of yours, and you went to go kick, and all of a sudden you heard it rip. I'm like,
And you can't even hide a rip. You can't when it's rip. I just sit there like, okay, I own it. I own it. It ripped. I own it. You can hear it. I have a good microphone. You can hear it. Old machines are the best, Mona. Old machines. I am biased. I am so biased. And I think that's another thing I'm tired of. Like, one little thing goes wrong. I've taken apart this Singer Heavy Duty and putting it back together at least 4 times. With the old machine, I'm not kidding you. It's smoking a cigar, laughing at me in the corner. Like, aha, kid. That's all you got is tweed. Tweed, I'm laughing at you, you know? Yep, old machines are bomb proof. That's where there's still so many around. And I get my kick out of being able to get modern machines going. I can fix a modern sewing machine. You know, old sewing machines have like what 14 parts. They're not even complicated, you know. I thank you. And to my son, if you're watching, I want to thank you. He's an involuntary employee. And he helped me figure out my microphone. So, needless to say, I went tweed crazy. I'm gonna do, and you know what? I'm gonna hide this because I'm gonna do a fabric haul, like a YouTuber.
you're gonna be like one of the big kids.
Almost had a fabric avalanche. Sorry, I had to lean on the pile for a minute to make sure it was stable.
Well, I went and got fabric today too.
Awesome.
So I have an order to
Ooh.
make to make up some bowl cozies for Halloween theme, and she wanted pumpkins, so I sent her some options. And we got this one here, super cute and fun.
Ooh.
And then we got this one here, which is my favorite. I fell in love with this the moment I seen it. Let's see which way is up.
Ooh, love.
Like, I love the black cats and the witches' hats.
I love a good seasonal print.
Yes. So, granted, I only needed like a 20 by 20 piece. About a yard of each. I'm like, I gotta do it.
See, but that's how you do it. Like, people think I'm kidding when I walk into a fabric store and I'm like, 4 yards, please. They're like, sir, do you need professional help?
I have a project I'm about to be doing. The 100 Acre Woods, Winnie the Pooh.
Okay.
Quilt. And I'm like, okay, so I'm doing it all from my stash, but I wanted enough background fabric to have enough for all of it. So I looked to see how much I needed of the background fabric to do the entire thing. And I'm like, okay, so I'll get that many yards and 108 with fabric instead of the normal traditional 45. That way there I got plenty of extra.
Absolutely.
And I had a coupon through Joann's for like 25% off my order. So I got it at a really good deal.
Oh, Joann's.
I love Joann's. I could place if I want to play it safe, I place the order online for curbside pickup. So that way I don't get tempted by walking in the store.
Is that first? Zaza wants to know if that first fabric is glow in the dark.
I honestly do not know, Za, but I will test it out and let you know.
And
it does not. The salvage doesn't say anything at all, so I will have to test it out and see. But I'm thinking it probably is.
Mona likes the pumpkin.
Thank you.
I always watch those videos And I'm gonna recreate. There's people that lined up 10 mini of those really cheap sewing machines, and they were sewing through leather. I think that was lights, glitz, and camera tricks. But I'm gonna get them all sewing at once and have them sew something. I haven't decided yet. I would like to see. So you can make me a matching. Just the list is growing. We need to start writing this down.
The cookie jar you were drinking from.
I've decided to quit messing around, and I have
Does it
graduated.
have a handle or is it an actual bathroom garbage can?
Well, I bought this at the thrift store, so I have no idea. It's probably
It was probably a vase.
it's ceramic. So,
It's
but you don't
probably
want
a
to see what
vase
it.
or a garbage can.
No, I'm almost embarrassed to show what it says on the other side because I have a sniffy feeling that this is a really fancy dog bowl.
Show it. You already mentioned it, so now you got to show it. It's a doggy treat dish.
I got it at the bougie thrift store, and I'm like, it's coffee cup size. I don't care. Dogs are treated better than people around here. I'm not kidding you. Dogs walk
Okay.
around like with diamond collars where I live.
Just, I cannot get my Google mug out because for one, it's in the kitchen sink. I got to wash it. And for two, his mug is way bigger than mine.
I still want to get the world's largest coffee cup on Amazon. People with heads that are the size of mine, they put it over their head, and it's like a hat. That's how big the thing is.
When I first came on, I seen you holding it with two hands. I'm like, oh my dear God.
Oh, Snuggie are so. Do you know I sit on the couch? See, these whippersnappers nowadays, they don't know about the Snuggie. Snuggie is one of the greatest invention.
My
It's
husband got me the hooded Snuggie.
it's a
I
vein.
cannot tell you how many times I've worn it and fallen asleep on the couch with a hood up over my eyes and everything, sleeping on the couch.
It's from Crate and Barrel. I grew up in a house.
It looks
With,
like a 1 gallon old school pickle jar.
I grew up in a house with a cookie jar, pickle jar, bread box.
It's
Oh,
everything
good.
but a coffee cup that you're using it as.
I'm all about repurposing, reusing, and recycling. I'm here to save the planet. I am here to save. If it's not for, I'm not recycling tweed. I'm recycling this, whatever it is. It is now going to keep me up all. Do you know tomorrow? I'm just gonna be all hungover, puffy face. Like, why did I do that? Why did I drink that much coffee? Why did I do that to
I
myself?
mean, when you wake up tomorrow, you plan on going to sleep sometime? After that?
I told you I have a crazy metabolism. I will fall asleep, but I will wake up and regret it. My body's gonna be like, "What were you thinking? Headache."
You know what? I'm
Headache.
kind of wondering if all the coffee I drank yesterday is the reason why I woke up today with no migraine.
God,
Because I drank 3 times the amount that I normally do.
my Snuggie has a hood. And it needs a William Hood for snacks. I was thinking about like that's actually
We need a big, huge hood for our head and then a pouch right here for putting our snacks in. So that way we can have somewhere to eat and get our snack from without actually moving.
the hoods are so big that you could have zipper pockets on both sides.
True.
They're so big, so you could just reach in, reach on the other side, eat something. And you know what, Jess? I don't discriminate. Even if it's for dog treats, it's now a coffee cup here in the house. This thing is so humongous. I have a giant head. I have a head so big I can't find a cowboy hat. And this coffee cup is now.
Oh my God.
Don't worry, we got 6 more minutes of this shenanigans. I'm under adult supervision this evening, so I'm actually going for a full hour.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, hubby gave me a time limit.
Well, I get it. And I have all this fabric. I have things to do, so I will be sewing this evening. But I'll be back at it on Monday.
Or you like hell, more like 60 minutes.
It's so big. I like that. I like that. Be drop out, snap pocket. I like that. Snack pockets. Patent pending. We're inventing something right now. Patent pending, patent pending. This is all a work in progress. I'm working with these ideas. Maybe.
Mona.
The bathroom is like a good 5 step. Wow, a good 6 or 7 heavy steps that way. I'm good. Even a full sprint, it's like 3 steps. Whoa.
How many steps for the cross-legged careful walk?
How many what? So sorry.
How many steps to the bathroom if you gotta do like the cross-legged walk?
I'm more of a hopper and a leaper. I'm more of a, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Why did I wait? Because I'm old and I'll still sit in bed and like, yeah, I got 5 minutes in me and my eyes open like, no, you don't. You got 30 seconds in you. You better get out of there now. Oh, so I'm running into the bathroom. It's because you're never cozy until the last 5 minutes before you wake up.
You can, when you drive through Texas on your way to Donnell's, you can get a new hat.
I bet they have hats for big heads in Texas.
I guarantee you do.
Arizona is cowboy
guarantee you.
too. That's why I was really surprised when I was in Nevada because that's cowboy country and they didn't have one for my. But that's more
But
commercial.
you got to go to the original cowboy country, which is Texas.
True. I need to find somewhere where they make hats. At this point, I'm willing.
Texas is all about the big or go home.
But the problem is, like, I'm not going to spend $500 or $600 for a Stetson that I'm gonna sweat in at my job every day. I need an everyday wearing hat, and paying $500 or $600 for a cowboy hat to me is crazy. I actually do cowboying stuff. Real cowboys don't wear $500 or $600 hats. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Country stars do. Oh. You have to make it so you can zip the hoods off. I've been thinking about that. I am sitting in a room of zippers.
And yet you never do it as zippers.
Well, I like what you guys see is me rushing, and then I go back and put buttons and zippers, and I finish my coat.
Oh, okay.
There's all kinds of coats. Well, you'll see it a year later, and I'm like, hi, and I zip it up. Or he's going to San Antonio and get him a big Stetson. I've been to San Antonio. That's a great place. 12 steps bold. Hop and otherwise to the bathroom. I'm not, man. My son's a teenager. I'm just glad I live in a house with 2 bathrooms. Let's just say that.
Mona. A tweed cowboy hat.
That's not a bad idea. Patent pending, patent pending.
I mean, it's not like you don't have enough of it.
Well, Alibaba turned me on to this one channel where this guy custom makes his hats. I'm hooked on watching this channel. He does it with a stump of wood and fire, and it's insane. And professionals always make it look easy.
Oh, definitely.
And I do need, what's really funny? Rodeos really don't have stuff like that anymore. They're geared more towards food and tchotchkes. So it's more like hats are pretty standard nowadays. They're not like custom like they used to be. California is where cowboy movies were made. Texas, Kansas, Oklahoma is where the real cowboys were. I'm tempted. I want to get one of those really big oversized hats, but I don't know if that just is the definition of ridiculous. If I can't fit in the car, it's crazy.
Right, Mona? I tell him he needs to make a matching vest. She said the towel fabric would match the chaps. I told you earlier you need to make a matching vest for it. So you can have a full outfit.
I made cow chaps, Mona, and yeah, you're right. It's not. I guess it's time for a cow. But then I'll look like Woody from from Toy Story. Or what's the other character's name? I forgot her name. I can't remember. Oh, it's been so
I
long.
can't remember
Isaiah,
her
why'd you
name
have to
either.
grow up? Why did you have to grow up, Isaiah? I missed all those movies. All of them. And to all my people who've seen Toy Story 4, I cried in the first 10 minutes too. I did. I cried in the first 10 minutes too. I see you, and you people are valid. So what are you going to be doing this week?
This Wednesday on my channel, I am going to be doing another one of my little gnomes. Let me show everybody on here my gnome. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? I think he may be in this deck somewhere. I lost my gnome.
Mona, you have no idea how many people who are actually cowboys talk about things like this all the time.
Okay, so I did a foundation paper piece gnome, bumblebee gnome, and I put him somewhere, and I cannot find him right now. Oh, I think I found him. Yep, I found him. Okay, I'm happy. So I made this little gnome this past Wednesday. And so this week I'm going to start doing my Halloween ones. So I'll be doing various different Halloween ones on Wednesdays. And then Saturday I have a huge sale over on my channel. And where I'll be selling fabric patterns, products I make, 3D printed items that my husband and son make. And then Sunday I'll be back to doing my paint quilting on my channel, which is what I'll also be doing tomorrow too.
I'm not. I just refuse to wear a $500 hat. That's all.
Thank you, Mona.
I will be back at it on Monday. I will be working on a fabric haul because I've just had a pot of coffee.
Make a cow gnome, a cowboy gnome.
Oh, that's hilarious. Patent pending. I like all of this. Do you know what's really funny? I cut my beard off because, like I said, I started looking like I was in the Union Army. So it was time to. I have a rule. Once I put my head down and it touches my chest, it's time to cut my beard.
So what you're saying is once you can start like losing the food in there?
Oh yeah. Even worse, when I was in high school, I had a giant fro, and I remember I was in the shower and I was like shampooing my hair, and I was like, "What is this?" I found a pencil in my hair that I stuck in there in like second period and just forgot about it, and it sat in my hair perfect all day.
Zaza said one pot. That jar holds like 3 minimum.
This thing does. No, for real. Did you see my eyes? That's real. That's real. That is real. If I put 3 pots in there, I'd be like this, though. I'll be back at it. I hope everybody has a great weekend. I'll be in everyone's chat. I'm subscribed to everyone. I will see. I hope everybody comes back on Monday. Thank you so much for joining me, Donnell. It's always fun.
You're welcome.
Always fun when you come to the House of Sewing.
Oh, definitely.
Like, just not at once. This is like a shunt. This is like a coffee IV. Thank you, everybody. I'll be back at it on Monday. But seriously, thank you. And like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely see you next time. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.